Hey folks, it's Monday's Market Outlook here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and back from the snow into the sand down here in beautiful Fort Lauderdale. Had a great spring break last week in Aspen with the kids, but now it's time to get back to work. This is, again, this one I said is not the Fred Sanford, the big pullback, grab your chest, I'm coming, Elizabeth. Said this one wasn't, and this one isn't as well. Bouncing right off the 200-day moving average as we did last time. This looks painful, but last week it really was another one of these. Remember, the Thursday back here was like a Putin, Powell, Trump type of Thursday. And everybody went bananas. So last week we had a ton of stuff. Obviously, Mark's finding out that limousine liberal Mark Zuckerberg is exactly what I said he was. Wasn't shocking to me. I guess it was to the rest of the market. And the trade war that Trump announced, or the tariffs, I'm not even going to call it a trade war, that he announced over here, popped up on the radar again. Oh, and maybe, what's his name, General McMaster's left and John Bolton was coming in. Who cares? The biggest barometer or altimeter of this market, folks, has got to be the VIX. So here's that. Let's take a look at it. Here's the first Fred Sanford. Oh, my God, the big one. It isn't. Look at the VIX. The VIX got as high as it had a spike up to about 50 during that. Look at this. We didn't even hit 25 last week. So this, if we saw a VIX up here past the 30s into the 40s, yeah, I'd be worried. Nobody is running out there last week to grab that much protection. Maybe on this day, what was that, Thursday or Wednesday? And I get but look at even the 700-point slide in the Dow. People weren't freaking out that much. Why? We got Q1 earnings coming, folks. Let's knock out a quick strategic brief. If Trump is a Putin puppet, he's the worst puppet ever. He booted 60 or so folks, Russian agents, out of here, and he closed the Seattle, which is right near our naval base. He closed the Seattle spy hub. Not this many people have been thrown out. We have not seen this big of a response since Ronald Reagan in, I think it was 86, folks. So this whole collusion thing, if he is Putin's puppet, he's doing it. He's the worst racist. He's the worst Russia collusion. He's the worst sexist ever. U.S. charges 9 Iranians with hacking into hundreds of universities and government agencies. Yeah, that just happened like a year ago, right? No, this was under Barack Hussein Obama's watch, and they did nothing but give them cash. So good stuff going on around the world. Obviously, the market was digesting some of this last week. He's definitely a hawk. He wrote an article a couple months ago about the legal case for striking North Korea first. So all of this volatility, folks, is... Where is it? Volatility regains the upper hand as the trade shifts rivals the markets. But look what's going on around the world too. All right, I predicted this weeks ago when Trump shot the initial shot across China's bow. I said, this is, if you haven't read The Art of the Deal or you don't understand the guy, this huge opening salvo is exactly that. What happened? This weekend, Mnuchin got on TV. A bunch of other folks are saying, hey, the initial back and forth was huge. Now we're going to figure this out and everything's going to be fine. So here's the headline. This is Top Gun Options in a nutshell right here. Here's why the Dow may be at the mercy of Washington until earnings seasons. So all the people that kind of do drive-bys at Top Gun Options every once in a while and say, enough of your politics. Let's talk about trades. Look at these pullbacks, folks. This short volatility trade, obviously, getting imploded had zero to do with politics. But since then, every one of these has been political, right? A trade war and tariffs are political. All these type of, and obviously all these huge around the world things are obviously political. But trade worries are starting to ease. We're going to look at our weekly options brief in about 50 minutes at 1 o'clock Eastern about shorting volatility. We might throw on a weekly VXX bear call spread. So let's take a look at a little bit of a peak in the morning here. The Dow was up, opened up, 500 points, 600 points, and then gave some of it back. I mean, duh. Obviously, we're going to have a couple tin sandwiches for lunch. And, the market might continue to give some of that huge rally back. But this is fine, folks. Q1 earnings seasons is coming up, and all of this stuff is going to be in the rearview mirror. I mean, remember the Thursday with the Powell, Putin, Trump one? That seems like a year ago. It was a couple weeks ago, folks. So remember, a week is a long, long time in this market. I love this, guys. I got to be honest with you. I can't stand Facebook. I can't stand Apple or Tim Cook and all these limousine liberals. But them eating their own is priceless. Tim Cook takes his turn to dunk on Facebook, backing data privacy regulations. This is the jackwad who told the FBI to go pound sand when they said, hey, man, the San Bernardino killer, we need you to unlock his iPhone. There might be other attacks. Open his phone. No, privacy. This is the same dude that uses 10-year-old child labor in China to build his phones and to install software on Chinese iPhones so the government can track what they do. But now he's all for all this stuff. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Julian Assange. You know what's funny is this guy is like wanted for all this data and privacy stuff, and Zuckerberg's a billionaire because of it. It's comical. Remember what Julian Assange said, or he dug up looking at his email. Mark Zuckerberg thinks you are, and me, because I use Facebook, I'm weaning myself off of it because of this. You're just what? They're dumb fucks. Look at this. You ever need info about anyone at Harvard, just ask. I have over 4,000 emails, pictures, addresses, social security numbers. The friend, whose name was redacted, what? How'd you manage that one? People just submitted it. I don't know why. They trust me. Dumb fucks. There's the email right there, guys. There. This guy at Harvard said, hey, anybody who gives me their information is a dumb fuck. And maybe we are. Elon Musk removed his Tesla and SpaceX Facebook page as this thing just goes down in flames. Today, there's an announcement of an FTC probe, a non-public probe. Ooh, that ain't good. German sanctions. And by the way, Zuck, over the last 3 months, dumped his shares as well. I love it. Absolutely love it. Even the guy that who developed WhatsApp and Facebook bought it, is part of the delete Facebook train. And all of this stuff, the social, especially watching the idiot kids march in D.C. I would call them idiots or revolutionaries. These kids a month ago were eating Tide Pods, and now they're going to lecture me on the Second Amendment. It's ridiculous. So social media, I think, has had its moment, and it's on the implosion. My kids, Matthew Keeley doesn't even know what the hell Facebook is. Matthew and Jack laugh at it. They said it's for old people. I get Facebook owns Instagram, and that's a little bit more popular. Who's to say that's not going to have an implosion either? So anyway, I got to run. We got to get ready for our weekly options brief getting back in the saddle this week at 1 o'clock, and looking forward to seeing all my members and catching up. So I'll see most of you at 1 o'clock in our weekly options live trade brief. If you want to take a test flight in anything we do here at Top Gun Options, it's pretty easy. Just head to our homepage. Speaking of skiing, last week out in Aspen, you can do this. Just scroll down, beginner, intermediate, advanced. You can take a 2-week test flight in one of our services for essentially the cost of a really bad bottle of Pinot Grigio. So, all right, folks, I got to run. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless. I'm going to be back with Tuesday's market sit rep tomorrow.